Hey everyone, I'm Elfels, and welcome back to PAC. Last time, in Week 6, I faced off against the Lunar Fight Club, where I did, unfortunately, take another loss, mostly thanks to a Calm Mind Necrozma and my multiple misplays around it. That is going to take me down to a 4-2 record, but that's still not too bad, so going into the final week of the regular season here, I'm trying to keep myself in a good spot to kick off the playoffs. That might be tough to do though, because in Week 7 I'm up against PokeBaldy and his 5-1 Dundee Darmanitans. And real quick, he is also doing uploads for the league, so go check out his great content. I'll have him linked in the description. As far as the matchup goes here, he's got a team of Ursaluna-Blood-Moon, Annihilate, Bronzong, Primarina, Latios, Hisui and Qwilfish, Terra, Hisui and Arcanine, Terra Jolteon, and Hisui and Decidueye. A lot of Hisui mons in there. But we do have to focus on Ursaluna-Blood-Moon and Annihilate at the top. Those are some crazy mons that kick off a very strong, bulky core at the top. Stuff like Terra Arcanine only adds to the power. Latios provides some fast, immediate offense. And Primarina and Qwilfish have been defensive staples for him all season. It's a very solid set of Pokemon that can be a little tough to break through. I think the biggest hole in the team I can point out at a glance is the hazard game. I think I outclass him there at least. Bronzong is a good rocker, but I've noticed he hasn't been favoring it much this season, and he's mostly just been relying on Qwilfish spikes for any hazards. And for removal, he only has Hisui and Decidueye, which he is also not favored bringing too much. I think he's also lacking consistent switch-ins to my top threats, so this might devolve into a sack war. I think the offense is pretty good on both sides. But getting into the build, a lot of his top threats are special attackers, so I felt good about starting things off with Slowking. Max HP, max special defense, so we have a solid switch into Ursaluna, Latios, and Primarina right off the bat. Scald is going to be the main stab, so I can at least threaten the Ursaluna with big damage. We also have Future Sight in case I find a free turn, and setting this up does help out a lot of my breakers, which is nice. Since Slowking has to check so many special attackers, we also have Slack Off, which should keep us pretty healthy on top of Regenerator. And lastly, Chilly Reception does pivot us out, but with the Icy Rock it does provide important snow support for some of my team down the line. Next up, we got Iron Valiant, and this is a set that I've had in mind for a long time for this matchup. With mixed dual stabs and knockoff, Valiant doesn't really have any true switch-ins, and I think my opponent will recognize that and run some resist berries as lures. Choppleberry, Ursaluna, and Arcanine seem especially likely, since they can immediately blow me up after eating a close combat. But that is what the eject pack is for. The hope is to pop a Choppleberry while pivoting out, and then the next time Valiant comes in, my opponent really doesn't have an answer anymore. So even if there isn't a Choppleberry to pop though, eject pack can still be my way of getting momentum on a defensive switch. Finally, the last slot is Encore, and this is mostly for the Annihilate. I can lock it into Bulk Up if for some reason it stays in on me. So this isn't much of a win condition, Iron Valiant, but it will probably force a decent amount of progress with its great speed, coverage, and early pivoting potential. So with that, next slot is Sandy Shocks, which is running a bit of a weird set. We have max defense and leftovers as my only real switch in to Arcanine. The plan with Sandy Shocks does change depending on what I see in team preview. PokeBaldy has sort of favored Arcanine as a lead, so there's potential to just lead Sandy Shocks into it and start stacking hazards as he's forced to either switch or Terra. If I see Decidueye in the team preview though, the hazard stack strategy becomes a lot less effective, especially with how easily that thing switches into Sandy Shocks. It'll probably just come right in and defog. So in that case, if I'm in against Arcanine, I would either just rip an Earth Power into it, or try to get momentum on the switch with a Volt Switch of my own. Pretty basic game plan, honestly. It's just a way to ensure that Arcanine can't immediately start spamming Head Smash into my team. So those first three slots were dedicated to offensive utility and pivoting. So for the next slot, we have my dedicated Wall Breaker with Life Orb Kyurem. And the set is very strong. Life Orb Draco Meteor is unresisted outside of Primarina and Bronzong, I believe. And would you look at that, we have Stab of Freeze Dry for the Primarina and Shadow Ball for Bronzong. Ice Beam is the best way to always guarantee a one-hit KO on most Ursalunas, and it's also the strongest no drawback move on the set. The power to two-shot just about everything, combined with the freedom to switch up moves, does make Kyurem very dangerous. I don't even think it'll have too much trouble getting onto the field, since Sandy Shocks tends to lure in things like Ursaluna or Decidueye, which Kyurem can absolutely capitalize on. I just think Kyurem's effectiveness is going to be limited mostly by my ability to read my opponent, so here's hoping I can play well with it. Kyurem is going to need support though, since it's pretty vulnerable to getting revenge KO'd, particularly by Latios. So Slowking does make a really great Latios switch-in, but I need something to Chili out into that can outspeed and immediately threaten the Latios back. So that is why I have Choice Band, Slush Rush, Alolan Sandslash. Most of the point of this set is to have something I can pivot into with Slowking that can then beat the Latios, but Adamant Banded Triple Axle is really spammable in this matchup, potentially even boosted by the Terra Ice. The resists are going to be Primarina and Arcanine, which without defensive sets are still very close to guaranteed 2-hit KOs, as well as Bronzong, which is why I have Knockoff. Ice Shard is of course great, it means I can revenge KO Latios even outside of Snow, and Rapid Spin isn't a move I'm planning to click, but it is an option in case the hazard game gets too far out of my favor. Finally, Max Speed gives us a speed tie with Scarf Arcanine or Annihilape under Snow. Could've went with Jolly to outrun those, but the calcs on Adamant just looked too good to pass up. This should be another really solid breaker in the matchup. And finally, that leaves us with Kingambit in the last slot, and we're going with a much more defensive set than usual. It's still Swords Dance setup with Sucker, Kowtow, and Ironhead, but the Spadef EVs should give me a better matchup into Jolteon, Ursaluna, Primarina, and Latios. The speed gives me the jump on uninvested Primarina, and hopefully avoids being out-crept by the Ursaluna, and from there we should be able to set up a Swords Dance against a lot of those special threats, tank a hit, and then go off. Terra Bug is the type of choice to get the advantage against some of Ursaluna and Annihilape's stab moves, and it also mixes things up against Latios Aura Sphere or Bronzong Body Press, and it should also wall Hisui and Decidueye. If the Decidueye does show up, I might just have to Terra this thing pretty early just to actually have a good switch into those stab moves. Now that is going to do it for the team though. I think I have a solid game plan for the big threats, and the team looks pretty flexible with some solid offensive pivot options. So with that in mind, let's hop right into battle. Okay, there is PokeBaldy with a team of Hisui and Qwilfish. Decidueye, Latios, Ursaluna, Arcanine, Hisui, and Jolteon. Main surprise is no Annihilape, and there is a Jolteon now. Okay, that's fine. Kingambit's okay handling that. I think I do just lead Sandy Shocks. Oh, the Terras. Arcanine and Jolteon are both Terra Water, which I did actually expect Terra Water Arcanine a little bit. Jolteon, that's interesting, Terra Water. Yeah, good luck, have fun to PokeBaldy. I'll mess with that team right now, actually. Alright, yeah, ready to get into it. Decidueye, I wish that hadn't showed up, but what are you going to do, right? Decidueye or Latios lead would be pretty bad. Jolteon lead, I think I would also have to switch out of. Probably into, yeah, either Kingambit or Slowking. Maybe Slowking on the water move from Terra Water Jolteon. Of note is that, excuse me, a Terra Water Terra Blast from the Jolteon does not one-hit KO Sandy Shocks, but I can't really do much back to it. The Ursaluna, that's interesting. Huh. Alright, well you're going to test my Slowking really early here. That's probably the best switch I can make. Theoretically, Kyurem would work, but yeah, no. Alright, let's see. What are you doing? It's a Calm Mind. Okay. So, Ursaluna-Blood-Moon. If it's Calm Mind, I think I Chili out here. think I chili. I really hope you don't have taunt. Another Calm Mind. You know what? I can actually encore that with Valiant if I want. Yeah, I don't have any information on Ursaluna's EV. So Sandslash, if it's max HP, max defense, Sandslash does not KO with a triple axle. It's like it's literally has to max roll all 3 times if I want that to happen. I might as well encore. If you're Vacuum Wave, I guess that's something. Alright, cool, it's Calm Minding. So you're switching... I don't know what your switching would be. Do I just attack it? And, if the Qwilfish switches in, I've been had. I think that might be your switch in, actually. And if so, Sandy Shocks is an option. So is Kyurem, actually. I could do that. You have to switch, right? I mean, if you stay in, I might honestly just go right back into Valiant. Yeah, alright. What is your switch to Valiant? It is the Qwilfish. Intimidate, I assume? Alright, yeah, I'm trying to dodge the Intimidate on Valiant. Oh, it's not even... Wait. What are its move options? Okay, regardless. Your Draco switch-in is... Oh, wait. You don't have a Draco switching. Okay. Great. Oh, it does live. That's crazy. Must be Spadef, I guess. Goes for the T-Spikes. Okay. Guess I should have gone... What do you call it? Should have gone for the close combat to pivot out of there. I'm tempted to switch to Sandslash and spin these T-Spikes away, because that's really annoying. I might as well just take the KO while I have it, right? So I don't want it potentially chain splitting up on me. Alright. Kyurem KO Qwilfish with an Ice Beam. Latios probably revenges, which is really unfortunate. So Qwilfish was traded for a layer of T-Spikes. If Latios revenges, it is so tempting to switch in Sandslash. Which just looks so good right now. Oh, Jolteon. Okay. So I think my play is to go King Gambit here. King Gambit, yeah, looks okay here. Let's calc against Calm Mind Jolteon here. King Gambit. Okay, looks like Jolteon stays in. Calm Mind, okay. +1, Thunderbolt actually cannot 2-hit KO me, and my Cowdow should KO, 2-hit KO it rather. So let's do it, right? Let's just go for the Cowdow. Yeah, I say that's fine. Thunderbolt should do about half at +1. little less than half, so it's not... Oh my... These paras on the Thunderbolts are crazy. No! Oh no. Come on, bro. That's bad. King Gambit goes down to this. What do I do? Sandslash, actually. Yeah. How many turns of snow do I have left? 1 turn. Oh, no. Alright, well, we have to hope then. Alright. Alright, come on. You have got to be kidding me. Alright, I have one other idea. Jolteon to... +1 Jolteon to Slow King. Thunderbolt. It doesn't KO. So I think what I have to do is... I don't want it... I can't let it Calm Mind again, so I'm gonna Kowtow. Oh. Withdraws. Alright. Alright, yeah, that's really... That sucks, but what are you gonna do, right? Decidueye switches in. Alright. Kowtow does something here. Does, like, some damage. Can't really get much from that, can I? Okay. Decidueye switch-ins. Not much, honestly. Do I just... I think I could Sucker... Could leave Sucker in the back and switch something in here. Could go Iron Head just to make sure it doesn't set up on me, because, yeah, you are super setup heavy today. Man, not having damage on Jolteon also really sucks. I will Sucker. I think you're just going to try playing the KO. Yeah. Cool. Alright, yeah, King Gambit had to go down. Not much I can do from that point. Decidueye KOs King Gambit. I believe that was a triple arrows. Valley can come in here. Yeah. Gets poisoned, but I don't care about health on it too much. Yeah, I feel like, well, Moonblast doesn't really have resists, so let's go for that. Okay. We connect and we KO. Great. Valiant KOs Decidueye with Moonblast. Alright. Guys, King Gambit has been doing horrible this season. Let me just say. Hacked to death in multiple matches. That sucks. Okay, but you're left with Latios, Ursaluna, Arcanine, Jolteon. Oh, Latios comes in. Interesting. I think Valiant does look so good here. So I'm gonna try just to pivot with Slowking. Let's see, Latios. Calc, like, Specs Latios. Goes for a quick turn. Alright. What do you go into? Arcanine? I mean, I guess Jolteon is threatening. Yeah, Jolteon. It's not quite... Let's see, Specs... no, Calm Mind. It's not quite that offensive, so I'm comfortable enough going for a Chili out. Yeah, Calm Minds. Alright, so Sandslash. And it's Terra Water. I'm gonna go for a Terra Ice triple Axle here. Which should KO like not very much bulk Terra Water Jolteon. Knockoff doesn't do it. Yeah, we're gonna have to go for that Axle here. Alright, let's see what Sandslash can do. We definitely should outspeed. Yep, we do. Oh no, Terra on your side? I don't know how Terra works. I assume the faster one is Terra first, but we'll see. Okay. Yeah, you do Terra. Alright, triple Axle. Roll is in my favor if you don't have that much bulk on you, which I don't think you do. You should be pretty fast. Alright. What do we see? Yep. Really hope this does it. Wait. Come on. I don't die here, do I? Okay, no, I don't. We can do it again. This Jolteon. This is so bad. I mean, it's Pokemon, what are you gonna do, right? Alright. Let's see this hit more times now. It might not have even O-code anyway. Ah. Citrus? Alright. Yeah. Okay, at least we KO here. That's great. Alright. So, Jolteon down. Sandslash KOs Jolteon with triple Axle. So we're down to Latios, Ursaluna, and Arcanine. Honestly, I am tempted to just let Sandslash go down. Do I have enough to deal with Latios? I think so. Like, you can just E-Speed and then I can do my Sandy Shocks thing. Or, actually, I can just come in with Valiant after. Yeah, that'll work. E-Speed, yep. Alright. So, Arcanine, KO, Sandslash, E-Speed. So, I have options. Kyurem can come in. Let me just see. Iron Valiant with my set against an Arcanine-Hisui. That extreme speed, if you're banded, doesn't do that much to me, and my CC should KO. Let's see, max HP. Yes, CC even KOs max HP, so that's fine. We get our CC, we pit it out. Okay. Out into Latios. Sure. Does half. Anything I can... Oh, that's a crit. Okay. Anything I can get from that, though. So I think what I have to do is, like, what I'm most worried about is Scarf here. So what I'm going to do is Chili out of this. If you go for a move, then you're locked in, and you're probably... It's something I can revenge and not be hit super hard by one of my other Pokemon. So yes, I Chili out. Goes for Luster Purge. Okay. So this Latios, which is not Life Orb or anything. Latios... Where is it? Just say offensive. This Latios is a problem, actually. Against Sandy Shocks. Yeah, I don't have that many opportunities to hit this. If it's Scarfed into this, Luster Purge. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely Scarfed then. 2 to 172. Okay. So if it's Scarfed in, and Kyurem should be able to take a hit from it. Luster Purge. Yeah, it does about half. So I'm going to Chili out one more time. If it's been like not Scarfed this whole time, it goes for a Draco right here. Yeah, it's Scarfed. If it stayed in on the Valiant, then it's very obviously Scarf. So then I believe Kyurem comes in and should claim a KO. We get poisoned, but what can you do? A switch to Arcanine's possible, but I think I just hit that. Snow Stop, of course. Yeah, Luster Purge should not... It does 52 max to me. So yeah, no reason not to go for an Ice Beam. Arcanine can switch in, but I think I can deal with that. Alright. Alright. Nice damage. Okay, yeah. Unfortunately, so I think the line of play for him is to let Arcanine go down here, and then Kyurem is now in Latios range. I wish I kept Thunder Wave on Sandy Shocks. That was an option early on. But yeah, Kyurem's already in Latios range, so I don't see why I shouldn't just Draco it. Alright, so Arcanine goes down. We're gonna have to figure out how to deal with the Latios. Alright, so Kyurem kills Arcanine with Draco. Game is coming down to the wire. I think, you know, between pressuring... Oh, it's this thing. Huh. It could Vacuum Wave, I guess? Is that what's happening here? Because I can sack Kyurem. Valiant could be able to deal with this. I have to think about this. This is tough. Sack Kyurem, which is in Latios range anyway. Calm Mind. Alright, I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna have to trust that you do not have Vacuum Wave, and if you do, okay. So it... Oh, it takes that pretty well. Huh. Goes for Calm Mind, which, yeah, fair enough. That has decent Spadef, I think. But yeah, I Ice Beam again. Okay, I KO'd that. Now it's just Latios. Really wishing I had Kingambit or Sandslash around. It sucks that those are my two sacks. Kyurem kills. Ursaluna with Ice Beam. And then that was poison damage, right? I would actually have to look back at that. I didn't see if poison damage or life orb damage did it. But yeah, alright. So Latios is going to lock itself into something here. It has to be, you know what it is, the Luster Purge. Goes for Shadow Ball. Okay. Spadef drop. Alright. Is there any way Valiant takes that? Iron Valiant, my set against Scarf Latios. Latios Choice Scarf with Shadow Ball. Does, let's even assume Modest here. Does 99 points of damage most? I can take that. And then Moonblast, that does so much damage to it. Oh, I took toxic damage. Uh-oh. Shadow Ball. I am in range of a roll now. It has to be a high roll. If it's timid, then I am not in range. Alright, gotta go for it. Oh, okay. We did it. That's a 3-0 win. GG to PokeBaldy. Alright, I actually did make it up to 5-2 for this season. That was close. That Latios was about to be a menace. Whew. Good game to wrap up the season here. Alright, I don't know where that puts me for playoffs yet. Obviously at the beginning of the next video, you guys will know. But yeah, GG to PokeBaldy. Obviously there was hacks, but you know, that's what the game is, right? Is what it is. And yeah, lovely game. Alright, well, with that said, I will see you guys in quarterfinals. Alright, catch you later.